quite like Billy Joe. I might have missed the zeitgeist, but it's still rock and roll to me. My record collection, it's probably around. I'd rather than to someone who sounds like a Phil Collins song. Pseudio, Pseudio, P-S-E-U-D-I-O. Pseudio, Pseudio, Pseudio. Give a shit about crikey. I don't pontificate about the issue of the day. I didn't have a fit, I take Miller high key, and what she didn't say when she went on Q&A. You judge me by the books I read, by political lady. How far I live from the CBD, I got this funny feeling you might be up to Studio. It's not the word I know, but if it was, it'd be a Pseudio. Pseudio. No, don't tell me, I just know you don't need a Taco Bill's when you're seen at Mario's. It's not some guy's place in Endeavor Hills. Your accoutrements are your armor plate, your confidence the gun. You said it to intimidate and hold down everyone. Or was it some kid in primary school who thought your lunchbox was a lie? 'Cause now you wear exclusion like a fucking Richmond footy scar. Everything about you seems placed in for effect. You're cool even when you're uncool. It leads one to suspect you might be a Studio, Studio, P-S-A-U-D-I-O. Studio, Studio, P-S-A-U-D-I-O. Studio,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Last weekend we played a show in Melbourne on Sunday where I stupidly promised that we would play some of your favourite songs. Actually, it was the DC3 Rex, your favourite songs. And, you know, it was a terrible failure. Nevertheless, I bring it to you now. We're going to play the song that won the Triple J Hottest 100 for you. It's a little tune called Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. They got a lot of stick because, you know, people said it was a gimmick song, and that inspired me to think about another gimmick song that was actually a very major role in my life, so much so that I've asked my wife to play this song at my funeral, although she insists that she's going to play something by Adele, and I won't be able to do anything about it. But we're going to do Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, to the song which I feel was the birth of techno. It's a song called Popcorn by Hot Butter.
$20 in my pocket. Up on hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. I'm going to buy some tag. $20 in my pocket. Up on hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
Hey, I walk up to the club. I'm like, what up? I got a big cock. I'm pumped up on that shit that I bought from the Thrift Shop. I saw in the fridge. I'm sure they're frosty. There's people like, man, there's some cool that's honky.
I'm wearing your granddad's clothes. I look incredible. I got this big ass coat. I got from the Thrift Shop. Hi, we're Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and we just wrote the song that won the Triple J Hottest 100. You know how we did it? By writing a song about hip-hop for people who think they're above hip-hop. By criticizing the materialism of hip-hop, yet playing to the deepest desires of people who are exactly as materialistic, only their shops aren't Calvin Klein, they're the Thrift Shop. So we suck the fucking hip-hop cunts in, and the fucking indie cunts. Ha ha! I'm going about the tag. We just wrote the winning song. We just wrote the winning song. And all you sheep who voted for us, you just played along. We just wrote the winning song. We just wrote the winning song. Sucked in everyone from hips to kids to Wagon sucking bomb. We just wrote the winning song. We just wrote the winning song. This is fucking awesome.
This is fucking awesome. I like the way Macklemore and Ryan Lewis rhyme, this is fucking awesome, with I got $20 in my pocket. That's a sort of a subversion of the usual rhyme structure. Cynical assholes like me would say, you're a pack of lazy cunts who couldn't fucking think of a line to rhyme with I got $20 in my pocket. I mean, I could have come up with some for them, you know, I could have said, I smell like Davy Crockett, I'm afraid of Tony Lockett, I've heard of the band called Toad the Wet Sprocket, if I was Malcolm Fraser and Gough Whitlam tried to pass the play, I'd block it, but no. They went, I got $20 in my pocket, this is fucking awesome. Clearly they'd been to the Glenn Branca School of Songwriting, which eschews rhyming. Another disciple of that particular school is Lenny Kravitz, who came up with the beautiful rhyme, I wish that I could fly like a firefly. Or later in the same song, I take you to the stars, the Milky Way, or even Mars. Now the Milky Way is 400 billion solar systems, right? So, you know, most of us normal Luddite shithouse writers would go, I'd take you somewhere really awesome, and then the next thing, or even, would be somewhere more awesome, you know? But no, Lenny subverted the usual rhyming structure, and he went 400 billion solar systems, or even one solar system back here and a small planet next to it. But of course, what would I fucking know? You know, that's why Lenny Kravitz was rooting one of the Cosby kids, and I'm here cracking jokes about dropping them in the pool. Hence the next song.
I'm sick. Yes, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm an anomaly. I'm sick without the cave. It means I'm not okay, but I was made that way. What am I doing on this stage? I should be in my armchair, acting my age. Hand me on the head and lock my cage. Well, it should be a shame to claim I know more of that pain than a pop star on the gravy train with a folk guitar and IKEA brave. 'Cause you can only be angry in your pretty. You can only be something amiss. I don't belong, and yet I exist. I'm sick, yes I see. I'm sick, indubitably. I'm sick, yes I see. I'm sick, I'm in parentheses. I'm sick, that's right. My existence is an oversight. I'm sick, and you discover it's just like on Sesame Street. One of these things doesn't go with the others. Well, what you wish for? Who said that? Obviously a self-satisfied twat who never heard the reaper at their back. I'll tell you what I wish. I wish I was younger. I wish I was thin. I wish I could live in a smarter man's skin. Honorable Balzac said envy is the most cruel of vices. Geez, I wish I was him. I'm not just fair with deviation. I'm like the uncle at Christmas who stays still long. I'm like the kid who won't get off the trampoline. You see what I mean? It's what? Fuck up! You don't get it! It's probably because I'm sick.
I went for a job interview. They said it was down to the last two, and I'd have been perfect for it too, but the other candidate was Henry Wagons. My lover blinked her bedroom eyes, said your good was a surprise. You could be my perfect guy if you were more like Henry Wagons.
Well, who's working my side of the street? Henry fucking Wagons. Except he was doing it long before me. Henry fucking Wagons. Who be better in our hands? Henry fucking Wagons. Who's out the Waglaria? Henry fucking Wagons. Who beat me at Little Lights? Henry fucking Wagons. Who's good at English and the best? Henry fucking Wagons. Who caught me watering my lawn? Henry fucking Wagons. In a tower without my son. Henry fucking Wagons. Whoa, Henry fucking Wagons. Whoa, Henry fucking Wagons. When I was a pencil neck, who ruled HFW? And who bombed me in the swimming pool? HFW! And made all the popular girls drool. Well, that'd be Henry Wagons. Cause when they taught cool at high school, I must have been Wagon. Well, I'm great, but who's the best? No way, let me guess. Search. Who's like jeans, run out like lurch? Who goes rock when I go scissors? Who's even been seen out with my missus? Who's full of Christian tenderness? Who never write a song like this? Who gets the critical acclaim? Who's even got our guitarist's name? Who gets a strike when they get a spare? Who gets a strike when they get a pair? Who leaves me standing in musical chairs? Who's even got better facial hair? Who better say that? Better country, better at Wii, better at poo, probably, better at tennis, better at dance, better at Adelaide, better at jump, better at bingo, better at chess. Who even beat me up in that plantain? That's the Henry fucking Wagon. Henry fucking Wagon. Wagon fucking Henry fucking Henry fucking Wagons. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Henry fucking Wagon. Whoa, whoa, Henry fucking Wagon. I should take him over cliff, gun on chest. Henry fucking Wagon. Say, okay, Wagons, you're always the best. Henry fucking Wagon. Jump off before me, there's your test. Henry fucking Wagon. But as if I do that, that'd be like obsessed.
The whole reason for that ill-fated gig last Sunday actually occurred last year when we played at the Queenscliff Music Festival, and we were perhaps due to a clerical error invited to be part of a Bee Gees tribute concert. Now the Queenscliff Music Festival is quite famous for having some quite awesome tribute gigs and involving some very famous bands, you know, so I thought, well, you know, I'll deny 25-year musical career of not playing covers other than Volare once for about 30 seconds and be part of this Bee Gees tribute concert. Thereby, you know, I could sort of hang out with Tim Rogers and all those cool people that look down on me. And then I looked at the bill, and actually there was completely nobody of any note on this bill. It was all total nobodies, which just goes to show what happens when you're the only ARIA winner that no one's ever heard of. Anyway, so there we are on the Bee Gees tribute concert gig, and so we turned up, of course, backstage, and I knew there was something very terribly wrong when the first thing we saw were a bunch of schoolgirls nervously rehearsing the harmonies to Jive Talking. Turns out they were a Christian school group called Sweethearts, and so, you know, Sweethearts did their number, a very faithful rendition of Jive Talking, and 3 or 4 other bands came on after them in a very sort of tentative, kind of cutesy, banjo-playing, wispy-beard, indie, fey, twattish kind of way. And then on came the DC3. You know, it was like booking a fairy for your children's party and the doorbell rings and it's Robert Mugabe. So, onward we plunged, and here's what we played for those unsuspecting parents.
If ever you got rain in your heart, someone has hurt you and torn you apart. Am I unwise to open up your eyes to love me and let it be like they said it would be? Me loving you, girl, and you loving me. Am I unwise to open up your eyes to love me?
When I was young, my mother had the radio on the entire time, and it was 3KZ or whatever, and there was a song that was a formative song in my youth. It was Run to Me by the Bee Gees. Run to me whenever you're lonely. Run to me if you need a shoulder. Only that's not what I heard. I thought it was run sue me if you need a chauffeur. I figured it was a song about a beautiful Chinese girl called Sue Mi, who lived in an impoverished farming village ravaged by Mao Zedong's Cultural Revolution. But she had something that set her apart. She could run faster than anyone. And one day when she was running in the fields, a Chinese Olympic official who looked strangely like Barry Gibb went up to her and said,
Sue me, I can take you away from all this. You can run faster than anyone we've ever seen. You could run for China in the Olympics. One day you could be so famous, you could have your own chauffeur. And all you need to do, Sue me, is run, run, run. Run, Sue me, wherever you're lonely. Run, Sue me, if you need a chauffeur. Now and then, you need someone older. So darling, you run, Sue me. Run, Sue me. I know I look weird with girls' hair and a beard, but take it from me, there's a whole bunch of bands who started in Newtown who look exactly like that, and a bit of eyeliner. And next time Jimmy Savile comes up to you and asks you to be part of his